So now that we've seen the VCO, or the voltage controlled oscillator, we're now going to look at the VCF, the voltage control filter, as well as the amplifier and output. And these are fairly straightforward. We will reload our initialized patch here to have just that basic sawtooth wave coming from the oscillator into the filter so we can work with it. But in this section here, we can see our low pass filter. Our cutoff is the position at which our filter will start to take effect, so bringing that down, the higher frequencies are filtered off. We then have a resonance knob that we can turn up that will add a peak or resonance on that frequency cutoff. So bringing that up, you can hear that cutoff frequency come through a little bit more sharply there. And then we can apply the envelope generator to the movement of the cutoff frequency. So this is how you get your sweeps, whips, or plucks as you play your sound. So bringing that upward. This goes by plus 2.6 in this case, over the setting of the cutoff already. So that goes up and then down to whatever the setting of your envelope generator will be. So if we bring our sustain down, we'll follow this ADSR envelope, which we'll look at in a little bit more detail shortly. But we can apply that to our cutoff, either positive or also negative if you want to go downward and back up, depending on that positive or negative direction. And then we also have a keyboard track that we can apply, which at 0, the cutoff will just stay at its defined value. However, when you turn that up, lower keys on the keyboard will position your cutoff lower than higher keys. So essentially your cutoff moves as you move up and down the keyboard, whereas when it's down, it remains in its set position. After that, our sound goes into the VCA, or voltage controlled amplifier. This can be controlled by the envelope generator or just a gate. So when we edited the envelope and it was set to envelope generator, you might hear that the amount of signal coming through actually changes with the envelope as well, so it can come down to 0, whereas when we do gate, the amount of signal coming through doesn't change as the envelope generator does, which is right now controlling the filter, as we had the envelope intensity turned up there. So depending if you want your amplifier or volume to change with your envelope, you can change that setting for your VCA mode. And also there's an attenuator, which you can turn up or down by an amount of dB, just the overall amplification. And after all these, we also have the output, which is going to be just a simple volume and pan for your overall sound after everything else. But it's another spot that we can just change your volume and left-right panning for the entire output of your sound, on top of even the amplifier. So mostly fairly simple parameters that you could expect to see, and very accessible and easy to set up the most common uses of these features. From here though, we'll move on to look a little bit further into the modulation generator and envelope generator in the next video, so I will see you then.